everybody, it's Mary. Welcome to Fritzy Family. If you're not part of the Fritzy family, please hit the subscribe button below. We would love to have you here. And don't forget to
ring the bell, ring the bell. My bell, the bell, your bell, our bell, whatever. Ring the bell.
you will be notified of every video I make. And who doesn't want that? I know I certainly do. Because the faster you view my video, the better Google thinks you like me more if you view it faster. So yeah, go ahead and ring that bell. All right, anyway, so what we're going to do today is a one brand Get Ready With Me by Rimmel, which was inspired by this foundation that I really have come to enjoy. This little inexpensive foundation I found at the drugstore. Loved it so much that I wanted to veer off and try other products by Rimmel. So if you want to see how I achieved this look and what my thoughts are on the products along the way, then just keep on watching. Here we're going to move along. We're going to start first with the 8-hour. They made another one that was matte, stay matte or something, but I don't like matte at all. So I got this one instead. So let's just go ahead and put that on. Okay, so this feels like you're just putting on a lotion, a moisturizer, if you will. And I'm just gonna bring the rest down my throat. So I did find that it kept my makeup on, and I like the primer. Do I like it enough to give up my high-end primers? No, but I do like it, and it is a good primer. If this was silicone, I like silicone primers. So if this was silicone, then maybe I would, but I think it does a good job. And of course, this was the reason I bought everything, was this foundation, which I do love. But I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. And I couldn't find any eye primer. So what I'm going to do instead is use their concealer as an eye primer. I tell you one thing I hated right off the bat, and this is why every time I go to the drugstore or Ulta, I remember why I don't shop drugstore more often. Every single product that we have here, except for the mascara, I think, I was able to open and look at, or if I wanted, squeeze it out and get stuff out of it while in the drugstore. That doesn't make me feel very good. My eyes, I've been trying to start using my Care Prost again. So my eyes are really red. It does that to me. All right, and then I'm just going to tap that in. This has a little brush on it, and all you do is squeeze and it comes up into the brush to get product. Actually, mine doesn't come to the tip. It comes along the side, but that's okay. I can work with it.
I'm a willow, I can bend.
Okay, so then what I did was I took their Stay Matte powder and I just went over it, over the concealer. I won't be using the powder today on my face. I used it the first day. And in the first 5 minutes, I was like, glorious. But as time went by, not so much, because a woman my age has to be careful with powder. But if you are younger and you could still use powder all over your face, I found that this was a really good one. I really like this. I wish I could wear powder, because I would get this over and over again. Seemed like a really good powder to me. Okay, so I feel like the primer has set in enough to go ahead and move forward with this. I did a little test and I used the IT Cosmetics brush on this side of my face, and I used my Artist brush that I've been using forever since I got it and won't use anything else since I got it on this side of my face. And I looked under a magnification mirror as I was putting it on, and I was amazed that this brush beat this one. This was more of a, I use it more like this, and this I use more like patting, and this, maybe it's just this foundation. I don't know. I will try, as you know, with some of my other foundations, but that day, this side just looked better than the one with the Artist brush. This brush I love and called Holy Grail. So we're going to be using this brush today to put on this foundation. This is Classic Ivory, and I think that it is a perfect shade for me. Because I am using a brush, the brush will eat a lot of this foundation, so it might seem like, wow, are you going a little overboard with your foundation? Yeah, I guess, because I'm gonna use the brush, and the brush will eat some of it.
Pat, 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 pat your face, pat your face. Pat, 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 pat your face, pat your face.
Oh, I hate this chair. I'm gonna get a new one as soon as I can afford to. I mean, it's bad, not just because of the squeak. We could get WD-40, except we've done that. It doesn't seem to work more than a day. But the faux leather on the chair is peeling off, and every time I get up, down, move around, or whatever, pieces of the faux leather end up all over the floor like little black snakes. And it's just, it needs replaced. I didn't see a setting spray there, so I am going to go ahead and do a light misting of the KVD Lock-It setting spray, just cause I just want to. Okay, so I forgot to say that I started out, when I did my moisturizing and stuff, I started out with this. This is the Kate Rimmel Clear Balm. But this stuff has helped my mouth in the last week more than I can't tell you how many other lip balms or whatever. So I will repurchase this over and over again. I really like it. All right then. So now I'm going to take this here concealer. I'm going to use it as a highlighter. That's why I got it a shade lighter than my skin. And I like to take that and just come around that line right there, because there's a line right here where my eye bag is. And I like to start there and then spread down. And I don't, I'm not a big fan of coming up underneath your eye directly, because I find that it's not flattering. So that's how I like to do that. So basically, again, I just bringing that indentation under your eye. In that, what do you want to call it? A trough? I like to come there and then just draw out. Not necessarily a triangle, but, you know. And then I'll bring some right here in these little lines. Because the idea with doing this is to bring forward. Light colors bring forward. So this is kind of sunk in there, so I'm going to bring it forward. And I want to bring this part forward, this part forward. So these are the areas that I want to bring forward. So I use something lighter as I highlight to do that. And now I'm just going to stamp that in with my foundation brush. I'm sorry if you hear the TV in the background. Shy Guy is out there watching television. And as you know, I don't make the rest of the household stop living because I'm filming. We're keeping it real here, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to take this bronzer. It's in 020. And right here, underneath where I highlighted, just going to kind of bring that in and pull up. I like the bronzer. Just kind of warming up my face a little.
For your entertainment pleasure, pass around the hat, if you will.
I'm going to take a fan brush here. This is a Laura Mercier fan brush. I usually reserve for brushing shadows away from my face, and just bring that right along the side of my nose.
And laying a bronzer alongside of her nose and giving a nod up the chimney rose.
I was a little worried about the color of this, but I think that it works very nicely. I like that bronzer. I might want to use this too.
Because it's there. It's supposed to be a contour.
But I'll just come into it a little bit and see how that looks. Just right there on my cheek. That's it. Not bad. All right, let's come into the blush. And then I lay that right above where I contour or use my bronzer. And I do start back here. I don't know why. I just always have. I start back here and come forward. I think a lot of women would start at the apples of their cheek and work back, but I start back and come forward. I like this little palette. I think it would be really nice to throw in your, if you were going on a trip, just throw it in your bag and you've got a contour, a highlighter, and a blush all together here. And I think it's a universal blush that pretty much will go with whatever you're doing. All right, so this compact came with these little brushes here, which I found to be nice to pack on. I've not used every shadow in here. And let's get this brown right there. Okay, so I'm just going to drag through, and as you can see, that's pretty pigmented right there. So I'm just drawing this right into my crease. Okay, so now I'm going to take a fluffy blender and just start blending it out. I think that Rimmel London, who is owned by Coty, I think it is the oldest cosmetic brand. Serious, I think it is. If not, it's really close. I watched some time ago, I watched a docutorial by Kathy A on this brand. Well, I watched all of the brands that she did. And it's very interesting. You might want to take a look at that. I'll link that below in case you want to know. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and maybe get this light shade right there and come underneath my brow with it and try to further soften out the top edge. Now this does have some shimmer to it, I see. Should have put on my glasses and looked, but that's okay. I think mostly everything in here has shimmer. That's okay, we can work with that. I'm gonna take an angle shader, and there was a darker color right there. I'm gonna dip into that and just lay it right here on the edge. Yeah, this is a really dark brown. And I'm going to lay that right there on the edge of my eye. And I'm just stroking upward. I'm blending in a little. And do the same thing on the other side. Stroking right there on the outside. And where the tip of this brush comes up, I'm just bringing that in. So it's just dark right here, because that's where the tip of the brush is. Now my right eye is starting to hood. So I've got to come up and treat it a little different. It's like one side of my face is starting to fall, not the other. So I'm going to have to come up a little higher with it to match this eye. Just look in the mirror straight on and see where you need to go and what you need to do. And let's get that fluffy shader again, and just in circles, I'm just going to work that part up and in. So now I'm going to get a flat shader, packer, brush, whatever you want to call it. And there's a shade right here that I kind of like that's a rosy color. So I'm going to dip into that with this brush and put that on my mobile lid. I think that's very faint and very pretty. Some of these colors remind me a little bit of the Urban Decay Naked 3. All right, now where I found these little things here handy was they packed down the color more. So I'm just gonna take that and do that. I don't think I could do a whole eye look with these, but these little sponges really don't do too bad for packing down color. So I like that. And I think I'll use the other one and just come into, on the far side, there's a whitish color, and I'm going to use that for my inner corner. The only thing I don't like, the brow. And it is not because of the way it works. I love the way this works. It's because there's only two shades. You got the light brown, or at least I only saw two shades, and the dark brown. So if you can't fit in that category, and this light brown is kind of a reddish brown. So what we got over here is like a colored wax, and then this is a powder. And I thought that was ingenious, the way this works. Now I'm gonna put it on for you. It is not the right color for me, so it's not gonna look so hot, but it actually, the way it works is good. I like that. Now it did come with these two really cute tools, but they're just too little for my hands to grab onto. But we got a little spoolie included in there, which is just really cute. And we got two angle size brushes on there, but they're not too easy for me to handle. So instead, I'm going to be using just a little angled brush by, I think this is supposed to be for eyeliner, from Beauty Junkies. And I'm going to come in. Now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to drag through this colored wax. And then I'll put powder on top of it. And I'm only showing you this because I want you to see this product. I will speed through this because I know that I'm very slow with brows. Okay, so see that line I just drew there? That is with a colored wax. We should have colored waxes. And I really like the way that works. I just wish I loved this color. And of course the wax is going to help me hold on to the powder. I find this product extremely easy to work with, if it were only the right color. Just set that wax with the powder. This is the, which I already knew I loved this product. This is the Kaja Black Kohl eyeliner. This is so soft, so pigmented. I agree, I have been through 3 of these pencils. To me, this works as good as the Marc Jacobs gel eyeliner. I know some people have said no for them though because they have watery eyes. So, but for me it does. And this mascara is tops. I knew that going in. I love this mascara. It's a Scandalized Flex with Lycra. I did a video on this mascara where I took it head to head with Lancome Hypnose Drama. Okay, so maybe I'll try and find that and put that up there, but curl my eyelashes. I don't have a primer by Rimmel, so we're just going to use this mascara on its own. It does have a big honking wand, so be careful. If you don't want to use black, they also make one in nude that works very well. Look how beautiful this mascara is.
Really? That's bugging me, because I can see that. I can see like a black bug on my face.
Alright, let's move on to lipstick. So I picked up 2. Okay, so there's this Kate line. I loved this color. This is in 08. And I also wanted to try their moisturizing lipstick. And this is 270. I do like both of these. I think I like this one a little better. And I think I will take a lip brush since I don't have a lip liner out here. I'm not sure if they didn't have one that matched or what the reason was that I didn't get the lip liner. I used to do this a long time ago when I didn't have lip liners to get a more precise application. And then I would go back over it with the bullet once I had this like this, because I didn't buy lip liners. Isn't that pretty? I think that's a pretty color. And it's very moisturizing. To me, it was just as moisturizing as this color, which this is this color right here. Both are really pretty colors. Okay, then there's this lip gloss. It's clear. It's real comfortable. It's not tacky or sticky. And just put that in the middle of my lip. All right, I think this mascara is probably dry, so let's take our spoolie and...
That did not work.
I'm gonna fix my hair and then I'll be back in just a minute. That's my Rimmel Get Ready With Me, and I hope you enjoyed that. So if you're not having a blessed day, please go out and be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye. And I'm out.
I was really excited to try more of the Rimmel brand. Blah. Yeah, I was really... What? What the hairs in your mouth? What? You don't even have an animal. It's just all you. Actually, I do have an animal. His name is Shy Guy. Not silicone. Silicone. No, it's silicone. Not silicone. So I did a test where I would put on this side of my face, I used the Dang it! Ah. You know what this fan is? Look, y'all. Hey, y'all. I'm a fan. It's a Paula Deen fan. I've got a hair. There's a hair on there. Hashtag world's greatest writer. Boy, OMG, you like my headband. It's not just for masking. Really? What are you doing? Messing up your foundation. Eye spray.